Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IT Nation Connect. This is an MSP Dispatch very special report. We're doing it from IT Nation Connect at the Rosen Shingle Creek. We have roughly 4,000, 5,000 MSPs here, tons of vendors, tons of ConnectWise staff, all ecosystem partners. Started this off with Evolve. We just did the K9 for Warriors building the treats, and even that sold out super quick. You know, people finished it faster than expected. So I'm proud to be joined by my good friend, Will Brooks, newly installed channel chief of FifthWall. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, Ray. Thanks.
Yeah, not newly installed because you were there for a while, but
I've been there for a while.
It's a new title.
I got that surprise promotion that the world knew about before me because I was in a meeting when that video went live, but
Nice.
still cool.
Still cool, still very cool.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know what FifthWall does, because they haven't seen our 75 other coverages of you guys, what do you guys do?
Yeah, so FifthWall Solutions handles cyber insurance purely. So we're a cyber insurance wholesaler. You can think of us like a distributor, but at the end of the day, we've done a lot in the channel to make cyber insurance not just easier for MSPs, but actually actively help them incorporate it into their cybersecurity strategy.
So cyber insurance is a little bit like the boogeyman when it comes to MSPs. It's like PCI compliance. We know we have some kind of hand in there for the client and try to help them out. The line is fuzzy for most MSPs, not understanding like where they should be stepping, where they shouldn't be stepping. How do you help with that?
Yeah, so I think one of the reasons cyber insurance has become the boogeyman is because of insurance always living in the world of procrastination. So not just for MSPs, I mean, you're getting those forms you have to fill out, but on top of that, you have clients who are getting those forms and they're waiting until the last minute to get it done. You have agents who are doing 8 other lines of business, so they're waiting till the last minute to push back on those forms. So it's a lot of procrastination, which has led to a lot of chaos. So what we've really been working hard to do is not just secure better coverage for clients because we have access to everything, but on top of that, help and train MSPs to take the reins on cyber insurance.
Nice.
Can't sell it, not licensed, but take the reins.
Right. So, and that's always the thing, right? Like I can't sell it, I can't get commission based off of it. What's in it for me? And I would argue all day and all night, you know, making sure the client is properly protected, which is the whole point of an MSP, being engaged with the business. But you know, there has to be some reward for them putting a little bit of effort too, and also not overstepping, right? Not knowing where those lines are. So what are some of the mistakes you see MSPs, or how do you help them build this into the workflow? Because like I said, this is something they weren't doing 5 years ago.
Right.
So how do they incorporate this?
Well, you brought up compliance before, any sort of framework-driven approach to security. The weird thing about insurance is it's almost an evolving standard of compliance, right? Every year you have these underwriters and these actuaries, and they're building out their perception of what good security is based on past data. So it almost is creating an on-ramp for a lot of these clients who might have been dragging their feet using with cybersecurity because they think, you know what, you put all this stuff in place when I first onboarded with you, I'm good to go forever, right? And it's obviously that's not true.
Yeah, it changes.
So insurance, by asking for a little bit more every year, it's helping clients actually mature in their cybersecurity understanding because they're seeing, oh shoot, I actually need to continually assess my safety. And insurance is forcing them to look at that annually at least.
And one of the things I like about you guys is I'm a big proponent of, as vendors, we're really good at here's a product, here's a service, go sell it. We sometimes fall at the here's how you do it, here's how to build into your business, here's how to affect it for your clients. That partner enablement, as you know, some of us call it. You just brought on somebody to help partners do exactly this.
Yeah. I mean, that honestly is the biggest challenge, I think, for MSPs is, hey, I recognize how important it is for my clients to have cyber. I also recognize how it can really be beneficial to me, but to add another thing into what they're doing a lot. So to add another thing is hard. So we actually brought someone on board, his name's Andy, and his sole job is to train MSPs to get really good at this.
I love that. So you have some announcements here at the show. You are further solidifying that FifthWall is the GOAT.
We are the GOAT.
You want to talk about the new announcement?
GOAT as in, so GOAT, greatest of all time, we like to say that, but because of that, our president thought every time we release a new product, we're just name it after a different type of GOAT. So you might have seen Beltex floating around on social media. And the cool thing is if you're an MSP, the beauty of Beltex is it's kind of taking a step in a new direction because one of the biggest pain points for a lot of our MSP partners was, I have no idea what to do during incident response. I don't want to risk the claim getting denied. I don't want to risk me screwing something up where forensics now loses access to data. What do I do? And if you're an MSP, you can actually you can sign up now to be to join the panel, the IR panel for Beltex. So we have a whole waiting list that you can actually get on. You can vet your security, and you can actually be part of the IR panel, which a lot of MSPs have asked about, because that is a frustration. It's a fear. It's an unknown. We're actually doing a talk on it at IT, not on Beltex, but on IR for MSPs at IT Nation. So that's on Friday. But in general, the whole idea is you're going to play a part in the IR now. It's not just, all right, wait and hold on until people say go.
I always thought it was a missing piece, because yes, the IR professionals definitely, they have a very specific skill set. They know what they're doing. But as far as the client environment, nobody knows better than the MSP.
Right.
And it's not like, even if they're not doing the work, it's not like they're not involved 24/7 in an incident anyway.
Right.
This gets them actually rewarded and lets them be part of the solution, as opposed to just, you know, sitting on the sidelines like, oh, what did I do wrong? What's going to come up, right? I love that. Phil, do me a favor, get a picture of the goat and put it up.
Look up a Beltex.
Look up a Beltex, because nobody will believe it. All right, and so if you want to sign up to be one of those MSPs, we will take the link for the sign-up form. We'll put it in the show notes of this piece, so you can sign up as well. Reach out to FifthWall, reach out to Beltex, and so you can be part of that. So, Will, what else? What's
another thing that we've been developing for a while now. It's called Risk Gauge, and Risk Gauge is effectively an active telemetry platform. So it actually is going to be able, it's API, but it's going to be able to verify that all these security controls that were in place at the time of that application being filled out continue to be in place over the course of the policy. And what makes this one unique, because there's other API telemetry data kind of sources out there, but what makes ours unique, we're actually in contract with, or in conversation to go into contract with a couple of different carriers already who are very interested in doing this. That doesn't involve installing an agent on your system. It doesn't involve any sort of that intrusive stuff. It's purely API calls, and it's helpful because a lot of another fear point of insurance is if you misrepresent your security and then forensics comes in and determines, oh, you said you had MFA, but actually you didn't.
Well, and like you said, things change, so be able to show point in time when happened, when the changes occurred, document that has a lot of value. I love that you said no agent, because it's funny how many solutions come up with an agent to put on the desktop or whatever endpoint to solve the problem, and then they're creating another attack surface. It's like, do we really need to do that? So I love that. That is very cool. So when are we going to start seeing Risk Gauge out in the wild?
I don't really know how it's going to exist in the wild yet. I do know that it's going to be linked to your insurance, right? It's not going to be this thing I don't know if it's a tool yet that you're just going to be able to go.
So are the clients going to see it, or the MSPs going to see it?
The MSPs
in
be able
concert?
to see it.
Okay.
The carriers will be able to see it. FifthWall is just excited because we're actually at a point now where we're able to start delivering on products in the space, as opposed to just the wholesale, which was what we started with, right? It was like, hey, we have access to all these carriers, we can help save you money. That was a good starting point, but the fun thing about the MSP space is you get to kind of develop these shiny toys and they work.
Well, that's what's nice about having a partner that is so entrenched in the MSP space. You guys have awesome advisors, you have awesome leadership that knows the MSP space extremely well. And we see that and through the evolution of FifthWall, so it's awesome. All right, well, thank you so much. We will put Will's contact information if you want to reach out to him or anybody else at the team. So if you want to find out about FifthWall, about Beltex, about Risk Gauge, just reach out. And Will's always everywhere. He's one of the funner guys to talk to. So definitely hit him up if you're here at IT Nation. Will, thank you so much, my friend.
Thanks, Ray.
Appreciate you.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.